I know that the files were taken down from ISP yesterday, the released photos, but I do want to go over what I've noticed in some of the rooms, maybe not all the rooms. Maybe I'll skip Maddie and Xana's room, but as for the rest of the rooms, I will definitely go over those. Starting with Kaylee's room. I know there was a lot of talk whether or not there was a kennel for Murphy. There was. It was behind her door. Also, there was absolutely no evidence markers. There was no red substance markers either. There was nothing that happened in that room. It's clean. Nothing happened in there whatsoever. And this is also where Murphy was, right? Now, Maddie's jacket was a question, right? Maddie's jacket, whether or not it was the one at the fire hydrant. So many rumors about that. Like, I even questioned it for a bit, right? Like, I think we all did. But Maddie's jacket was apparent. It's apparent that it was on Kaylee's floor, and then ISP moved it to the top of the bed. They draped it over the bed. So that puts that rumor to sleep, that the black jacket by the fire hydrant that the police did not take was Maddie's. It was not Maddie's. There's nothing graphic in this photo. This is just a picture of Kaylee's bed. This is clearly Maddie's jacket. It was originally on the side of the bed. Again, there's nothing that happens in Kaylee's room, so I don't feel bad showing this by any means, and I'm not showing any of her personal items, but this is where the jacket was originally found, and then it was moved to on top of the bed by ISP. And before you guys go off on me on how I'm like sharing photos, I've put it pretty clear last night that I would show photos that have no graphic nature to them whatsoever. Also, I'm not going to share personal items, but I will go over things that I feel need to be debunked, or past rumors will be debunked based on these photos, and that's what I'm showing you. So Maddie's jacket, case closed. It was on the floor and it was draped over Kaylee's room while they were doing the cleanup. ISP was doing the cleanup, not anybody else. And I have to thank Melissa for this, because now it's quite obvious that that's Maddie's jacket. But Melissa is the first one to point out that the jacket was on the side of the bed on the floor, and it was. She was correct. So good job, Melissa. Good eye. But yeah, so you guys, there's so much in these photos. But when it comes to Kaylee's room, I'm still looking at it. There's nothing here. As I said, there was no red substance found whatsoever. Kaylee was definitely very spiritual. She has all kinds of essential oils as well. I did notice on one picture part of Kaylee's, I'll show you. Actually, no, I won't show you. But there was something redacted, and it should not have been redacted. There's nothing there. Like, I don't understand. Okay, let me just show you, actually. I'm just going to show you a tidbit. This little area here, this thing here, whatever this is redacted in another photo. I'm not sure why. I just think that's weird. And that just goes to show what I mentioned yesterday, where they redact something on one photo but not on the other. So then you see what was redacted. And in this case, this little pink thing, whatever that is, was redacted. Not sure why. Here's the other photo with it redacted. Like, I don't understand why those pink things are redacted. And there seems to be like a pattern throughout these photos that it's not consistent. The redaction is not consistent, and that's what I mentioned last night, how the redaction totally fucking sucked. Like, what? Why was that redacted? There was nothing there for it to be redacted, but two things that I'm not sure what they were, but there was nothing graphic to that. It wasn't a picture, it wasn't a document. I don't know who was redacting these things, you guys. They did a half-assed job, to tell you the truth. But I'm going to go over things like this, but I'm not going to go over anything graphic. You can Scout's honor on that, you guys. I'm not. But these little things need to be out there, because what kind of shit job was done here? Like, what kind of shit job? Not only did they release these photos and then take them down, like, why? Were you trying to prove a point, Moscow, Idaho? What were you trying to do? I just don't get it. I don't get it. If you guys get it, let me know. I just don't get it at all. But this is all I've noticed from Kaylee's room. There was not much at all that was happening in her room whatsoever. Nothing at all. So on to the next room. Earlier, I did say there was no evidence markers in Kaylee's room. Well, obviously, there was one. That's the one on the sliding glass door. When I say evidence markers, I'm meaning those little, the numbered ones. There's none of those. Nothing happened in Kaylee's room. They just put evidence tape on the sliding glass door to prevent people from coming in, is what I'm assuming. But I just wanted to clarify that before I put this out. Editing Sonia, I just realized that that's a K. It's a K for Kaylee. They did the same thing in Maddie's room. They redacted the M that's in Maddie's room. Like, we didn't know there was an M there beside her pink cowboy boots. See, that's what I mean. They're redacting things that just don't make sense. Like, people already know that the M is there, and this was a K. That's what it looks like. It's a pink K, just like Maddie's pink M. So that's what was redacted. So there we go.